and is it going? Oh, it's going. It's going. Going, 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 going. Why am I doing this? There we go. There we go. Right. I'll be right back. Actually, I get my microphone feedback. Yeah, the sounds of myself walking around is kind of creepy. Okay, so in theory, I'm still in range. I can still hear the feedback. Still in range. That doesn't mean anything anymore. You can barely hear me. Can you barely hear me? Can you hear me at all? Can you hear me at all? Ah, there we go, it's resynchronized. Like I said, if I wander out of the active range, my voice is going to cut out. Because that's what happens when you're trying to record from a house. attitude with the streams. My first and original founding principle was assume you are never being watched, because you probably are being. But I can see some chat comments, so people are definitely doing something. No, you have it like that for a reason, Healthy. Don't do that. Good. My hair isn't bad enough for it though. Hair can be fixed. You may or may not have heard a series of increasingly annoying pings. This will be rectified shortly. That's your echo my sentiments. Oh no, it's much better. How the desire speak, no seriously speak. I think he's AFK. Newsflash. I'm not AFK anymore. Hold on. Hold on a minute. Is that one picking up no matter what I do? It might be. Shit. Okay. Okay. Am I saying something now? Hello? Hello? According to this, there's 3 of you watching, so I probably am. Complaining stream's missing. There we go. Cuban medic music. Oh, good God! Oh, that reminds me. I need to talk to Groke for a sec. Yes, you can hear me! Ha ha! Ha 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 ha! Okay, for context there, I was wandering around on a pair of Bluetooth headphones, and I probably wandered out of Bluetooth range. Yeah, I can tell Groke about that later. Warframe Chains of Harrow reference. No, I wouldn't notice that, because I don't know what Warframe Chains of Harrow is. Also, if you checked the stream feed at any point, you would have seen the probability of what I was doing. Now, here comes the complicated bit. Which one's that? Okay, that's a video capture device, so if I had another one... This is called editing while live. Oh, can you not capture from the same one at the same time? Okay. I sort of faded, did I? Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to trick the system into thinking that I'm on multiple things at the same time. So I can actually read the chat without having to open like 5 panels at once. Sort of. Oh crap! I forgot. I forgot. You haven't even seen me eat the pasta yet. So if I open this and the thing and the thing and the thing and the thing. Why do I even go through this? Excuse me. A friend of mine and I having disagreements. No, you do as I say. Most of the time. Okay, fine. Fine. Get Sundays off. Now, I can't tell if you can actually hear me or not, but I mean, whatever that thing is that indicates how I'm talking doesn't necessarily mean anything anymore. Experience tells me that, but I can see. Can I call interact on this? Why can't I call interact on you? Why can't I call interact on you? I want to call interact on you. And then set you from being top chat to live chat, so then you see everything. There is no escape. I could probably remove that secondary capture device because you're not doing anything. Okay. I had work. I had stuff I was bringing with me for this, so I'm going to disappear for an instant or two. I will be back. Thank you. I'm a regular and normal human being with soft but not velveteen skin. Those noises I make so cute. Have you heard that audio clip of me pretending to fall asleep? Ant has heard the audio clip of me pretending to fall asleep. I don't know if it constitutes as cute in the sense you were thinking, but it certainly constitutes as something, eh? By the way, if it does make you feel any better, I actually have music this stream by the vague and ineffable requests of Zeno. I had it for the last couple of drawing streams too, but since nobody actually attended those, since no one attended those other than myself, which was kind of shit because I finally got the thing working, so there is actually a chat in the corner, a really crap chat that I need to fix. I'll get around to working out how OBS works enough to consolidate all my identical chat windows. But I'll do that. Oh, and Reed, I listened to shit. Where's the fork? Oh, there it is. I listened to It Makes a Sound, and I've made it to. It really sounds that crap. Shit. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this, I am so sorry. It's too late, Auntie. I am already streaming the chat comments. They will know. Okay. Okay, so there's a plan. The plan is finish this pasta. And then science! Oh, you have fixed the that is the only reason you removed that, to fix some grammar. Of course it is. You utter... I could see it forever anyway. I could just roll the stream back 5 minutes and watch it again. You're talking to my listeners, aren't you? My listeners that consist of you, and Reed, and me. And like I said, Reed, I did listen to It Makes a Sound, and I've made it to episode 6, and it is good. Fine. Ow. You do realise I could just turn on the swear filter. It would probably sound like I was saying ground cumin. Ah, crap. So, like I mentioned, I've got music. In the event anyone should request it. If for some strange reason the sound of my voice becomes just a little too grating for you. This tea is relatively warm. No, I have a thing whereby if there's multi-part Welcome to Night Vale, I don't listen to it until the last bit comes out. I do know that... That's not what I was aiming for either! No, I have not listened to the latest Welcome to Night Vale. I do know that on the day before they release that, there is another podcast under Night Vale Presents that is releasing, and I am simultaneously full of interest and at the same time ready to keep a bottle of bleach on hand for the net result of that. So no, neither have I. And I want to finish It Makes a Sound before I go back to Night Vale. As nice as that little desert town is. So I'm on episode 6, I'm 2/3 of the way through. Now I'm going to briefly adjust my face. Hold on. Yeah, I figured you meant the bleach. There we go. Okay, so my microphone is now in a different position, so if you guys can't hear me, say... Just confirm, am I actually watching live? Damn it, I think I have this on high quality for some reason, and I can't change it mid-stream. Shit. Oh, whatever. And you get to see my nose and my head vaguely. And my face. I wouldn't show off. I mean, this old class 5 only has some human only has so much to show. That's good. Shit. Now it says there's 4 people watching, but I'm 90% certain what it actually means is 3 people watching plus myself to manipulate the stream, so... Roll call. I should actually be working. Be doing something. Something other than just sitting here doing nothing. It's a bit fat, right? I think I've got like a pack of crackers here if I really need something, but yeah, so apparently I make cute noises. Great. If you guys actually want like some kind of coherent response from me, you're going to have to provide more input, and I know there's a lag, but since I don't know what the delay on the stream is, I think it's over a minute. Let's find out. I just wave my hand in front of the camera. In fact, if I'm going to do that, I might as well just keep going. Oh, I got an idea. Now you, Auntie, can be as twisted as you like about this, but, well, the little guy's asleep anyway. At least I hope he's asleep. Don't worry, you won't remember any of this in the morning. What was that? Oh, yeah! This holds more than a standard container of lube. I guess people don't usually drink lube. Anything else in here? Oh yeah, screwdrivers. The different ones. My Fez. I'm searching under my desk now. There's containers. The box for the controller, the many cables. Mr. Happy? No. No! No, I think he's asleep. And I think the other person's asleep too, you know, the one who keeps gate crashing my drawing streams. I think he only gate crashes my drawing streams though. He gate crashed the last one with Tartan? Seriously? Before you ask, yes, I'm going to my therapist about it now. But no. No, the headphones. The headphones I was on earlier, the ones that kept cutting out. Those are on charge. Why do you think I apologised? For crying out loud, I hold up a USB cable and you people know me. That can mean anything. Blue to purple to red to purple to blue. Shit, I missed. That didn't miss. I mean, if you really want me to sound shit. If you really want me to sound terrifying, you're gonna have to ask me to do something other than this. Preferably send me a script. Or a list of generic terrors. I have to arrange to have somebody to walk in with a Nerf gun halfway through. This pasta is really inconveniencing. Yeah. Oh, yes. Come on, I've got to get the sauce off my chin somehow. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Invent a device for doing that. Some kind of spoon. But no, this pasta is not not the greatest. Look, I'm English! Okay? Maybe human, but I'm English first. I mean, I always enjoyed whole roast potatoes, amongst other things. Yeah, he did, I suppose. An old overcoat. Zeno isn't here. He hasn't been for quite a while. I kind of miss him. It's just my chin, though. It's just my chin. I'm very well controlled. If it got any lower, you wouldn't see me. I'd be running into a shower screaming. And or finding more clothing. Okay. I'll be honest here. He's not here. He's in a different country, for crying out loud. The effort required to get him here just for one, like, thing. Oh. It's because of you that I have to censor some of my content now. And because I listened to episode 47 of Light Veil, I've got Brendan McLean's Stupid stuck in my head, and I keep swearing that the guy who's singing it sounds so much like the person who kept keeping me alive. Used to be sort of my caretaker, I want to say. To be honest, how can I really argue considering I occasionally write stuff of us? I mean, although I get the weirdest inspirations for that. So let's say I have this £5 pack of cable ties just lying around, and no. Well, no, that's you see us more as a couple. I see us as, well, some eldritch horror. No, that's how he sees himself. Maybe you should get something to eat. I'm making you hungry. Or is that you making yourself hungry talking about sex? Hmm? Maybe you're one of those people who's addicted to their own allergens. You know the kind. I'm not one of them. Oh yeah, it's on my hand. No, it's not on my hand. Ha! I like how we've managed to spend... How long have we been doing this? 30 frames per second live. We've been doing this for 35 minutes and it's just me not doing anything. Damn gas exchangers. What could I possibly do? So, we're a gay couple buying 20 bananas. What are we possibly going to do? Make phallic jokes and eat them? Close. Banana bread. But we're still going to do the phallic jokes anyway, just because. I kind of mangled that. Whatever. Oh, screw it. I want to show off. Are you Miss Boom? Of course you are. I'll deal with you in a minute once I've finished with my... Also, to avoid YouTube bringing up objections to what I do, that's why I only have the hand cam rather than the face cam. You can see my hands, and only the one of them, but nothing else. And maybe the back of my head. Which means, for all you know, I could have anyone under my desk licking my feet and you'd never notice. Something tells me that Ant is going to return with a cucumber and chopsticks. Gotta keep the old joke going, eh? Shit. Well, it's the third time I've dropped it. Screw it, it can stay there. Yeah. That's kind of how people work, really. What's worse is you're not even getting my entire, like... You're not getting a wonderful zoomed-in view of what I'm doing. You're getting this cheap and shitty, like, corner view that's 50% transparent using a chroma key because I wanted to type behind it. No good, that didn't land in the tea. What kind of cucumber out of weight? Was it one of the more alive ones or the less alive ones? Have I seriously been just so linguistically obtuse that I've managed to drive everybody off? I mean, according to YouTube, you guys are still here, you're just not saying anything. Which is why, guessing because you're so distracted by, the linguistic crap that's going on in the chat. So luckily I'm moving on to, biology in a few minutes. Maybe I can sort of do something to keep you in one here, one there. It's better recharge. I know you are. I can see the chat, you twat. Hey! Thank you for bringing up Zeno. You summoned him. Bye, Reed. I'm actually going to start working in a minute because I'm nearly finished with the stuff that Ant thinks of Zeno licking off me. But it's pasta sauce. I don't know what kind of pasta sauce. It's just pasta sauce. Keeps getting on my chin. And the hair on my chinny chin chin. And I do have hair on my chinny chin chin, but probably not by the time I'm finished doing this. Yes, bye, Reed. Enjoy your painting. Oh, so you can banter all you like. I'm not stopping you from going to get food. There we go. Yeah. You go and get your cucumber and chopsticks. And your why expression. Stuff is probably drinkable. Which means I'm probably drunk enough. Oh, for God's sake, one sec. Oh, and Zeno, by semi-popular request, I got stream music. I got music now. You need to not do certain things. How wonderful. Shit! Claire! Ah! I hate it when that happens. Okay, you go, not do things. And I'm not going to make jokes about them. I can't stop Antarwine making jokes about them, but I'm not making jokes about them. The things that you need to not do. Okay. Let's start with whatever's on top. Inheritance, variation, and evolution. Start with, oh my, a quiz. Now, tabs back to camera. Can that see everything? Or do I need to push it out a little? Yes, oh my god, you get to see more of my room. And tea, actually. I need that further down. Stream music, you will now stay. Seriously? Okay, then, if it's the stream music making you stay, I might as well put it on. Need to find a better place to put you guys. You can go up there now. Just sleep. Just sleep. Okay? There we go. Okay, now the next step is actually getting the stream music to play, because I tried doing this earlier and it wouldn't. Is that... That should be able to hear that. Don't know if it needs adjusting, but I think that's about right. It's a bit mellow now, but later on it turns into hard rock music, so screw it. What happens, happens. say hard rock music. I do hope that Ant informs us when he gets back with his cucumber. Because apparently he went to get a cucumber. Cucumberless. Right. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 14 A3D questions? Nope, 20 A3D questions. Since I intend to do like 4 of these, I might as well automate this task. So, this is... Revision. That is not short for Reverend. It might be, but I don't think it is. We don't need to insert a date on this because it's not a date. That's actually a little loud. That's a lot more loud. That's louder, that's louder, that's louder. But yeah, no, you guys tell me if the music is too, like, obnoxious. We can skip tracks. I don't think you can see what music's actually playing. Let me just fix that. There you go. This should be a little familiar to you. At least one of you. Okay, question 1. Okay, since I'm doing 20 of these rather than just type out 20x terms, numbering list. Now let's see. Can you see what I see when I do this? Note style as numbering symbols. Homework. Homework, actually. You are watching me do, 0, 0, 0, space. You are watching me do my homework. Question 1. Which of the following statements is not true of sexual reproduction? Requires fusion of male and female gametes. Yeah, that makes sense. Sexual reproduction produces genetically identical offspring. No, you can prove that's not the case. I've got photographs of myself and my parents that prove that. Yes! Yes, I am! Sexual reproduction requires meiosis? Yeah, that sounds about right, because you need the 2 separate halves. Requires polymer egg cells. See, I wanted to dispute that, but I also wanted to dispute leads to genetically identical offspring, but I keep getting that wrong on minor exams, so I'm... 50-50 chance. Do I have a coin on my desk I can toss? Oh, come on, I've got to have something. I've got a watch. I've got a coin, though. Or a coin. Okay, I'm just gonna make a call out to the chat here. Heads or tails? Screw it, whatever. I do pollen and egg cells because that doesn't... It doesn't require pollen and egg cells, otherwise humans wouldn't be able to merge? Whatever. Good, I'm on an English keyboard. Yes, it does require meiosis, because it's fusion of 2 gametes into fusion of 2 gametes. You are merging 2 sections of DNA. Well, 2 sections of DNA. You are sticking 2 people's DNA into one space. Rather than end up with a ridiculously large amount of DNA, it's easier just to cut DNA in half at both ends, then glue that together. So, yes, it is required. You snarky wit. Okay. Also, I'm trying to not call out to the chat here for answers to these questions on the simple grounds of, well, it wouldn't be fair. This is meant to be my work. And this is... Okay, identical photos. It's looking identical. Essential for growth and repair of yourselves. Well, the former. Oh, are you really gonna play like that? And naturally at some point you've got your insert key slapped, so... And yeah, I know, I can't type with crap. Yes, that's my point. Specifically pollen and egg cells. That's why I don't trust that one, because humans do not produce pollen. Unless I've got that seriously wrong and I need to retool. Nothing. Some tea. There we go. Now, here's the thing. I make a lot of very, like, similar spelling errors. They're just really hard to program into the autocorrect, and I don't, I don't use this one too often. Bye, Zeno, and you found me at the bottom of the YouTube. I don't know what to say. I really don't. I mean, for one, I'm right at the bottom, but still. What's that? It's does. D-O-E-S. Does. Like that. Sorry, I couldn't resist to show off now that I've got a text interface. I can do so much more with this than I could have just done with my voice. I can... like thing, which is not true. Only 1 pound is needed. True, it's faster than sexual reproduction. Population growth is slow. I want to say it's time and energy efficient. Yes, but remember, I'm like I am an English GCSE student, year 12. I'm not gonna need to know this shit. I mean, it's really interesting and it's cool as heck, but I don't need to know it right now. Also, crap, I should probably have my phone on me. Probably not gonna matter. I'm gonna go B terminal. No, actually, D, population growth is slow because which of these is true. See, I deliberately like rephrase these so I can say things without having to. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, does this mean you can tell them to go fuck themselves? Okay. I'm rephrasing these from the actual answers on the test paper because I'm trying to include the question inside the answer. Now, if I unlock saves, you can't do this. New folder, SCO Rev. This is biology, inheritance and variation. Yes, I've tried to do shit like that before, and I just get in trouble for it. If I try to prove that I know more than the test paper, or know more than the teacher, or anything, I will just instantly be... I get screamed at for it. Or told that I'm not meant to know that. I'm being blunt about this. Ampersand. You should be, I don't know if you can see it or not, but you might be able to see what the window net. Ah, you can't! Oh, nice! You don't even know what I call this document. Interesting. But again, not something I can put to use with my little GCSE stuff here. No, I can't do anything useful with this. So I'm going into physics, but I need a minimum, so... Neither did I. I mean, now I kind of want to know how the bits look, but at the same time I really don't, because trust me, the reproductive patterns of frogs is creepy enough. Welcome to True Facts About the Frog. Oh, I missed some of the honey on the tea, and now I've got honey on my fingers. We all know how that's ending. Okay, back to work. Question 4. Genes, DNA, chromosomes, bases. Bases, DNA, genes, chromosomes. Or B. Bacteria? To my understanding, bacteria mainly reproduce asexually by literally just dividing in two, so... Given that you can grow a pretty large stock of bacteria quickly, I'd argue that it's not. And yes, it seems arbitrary. Welcome to our schooling system. We are arbitrary incarnate! Shit. Careful now, careful, careful. I told you to stay asleep. I'll try not to explain that too much, unless I have to. Okay. Well, Yes, back to our fairly typical example. Remember, your upper secondary is our sort of, like, other thing. So, effectively, yes, it seems arbitrary, but where you might have to lower your standards a bit for us, okay? Entire genetic... Good God, if anyone gets that one wrong... No, that can be grammatically better placed. I mean, yes, it is clearly wrong, but it's the least wrong. I mean, you can see the sheet. Oh, you can. Theoretically. But it's a... Of which of these, which of the following statements is not true of asexual reproduction? Only one parent is needed. It is time and energy efficient. It is faster than sexual reproduction. And population grows slowly. It's either slower than sexual reproduction, which it might be actually when population growth is fast. Yes, but I know that bases are sections of a DNA molecule. No, because I know that DNA is formed of bases, which means, and since there is no other answer here with the sequence bases DNA in it, that's got to be the only correct one. At least I'm pretty sure. Unless I typed it out wrong. Genes chromosomes. No. I don't know, maybe they got it backwards or something? I wanted to point out, no one is checking this. Oh hey, I managed to almost spell that correctly. 6. One sec. I'm gonna be singing for a moment. Whining met Sarrazine and fell in love, and whining got busy with adenine. Adenine, thymine, Sarrazine, and whining. Oh wait, no, it's asking what are the nucleotides made of, not bases, genes, DNA, chromosomes. I'd also like to point out that B is the only one that starts with bases. So well, I'm not certain it's correct. There's no reason for any of the other ones to be any more correct. No, it's a polymer made from 4 nucleotides. If I had to say it's sugar, phosphate, and a base. Bases, genes, DNA, chromosomes. Yeah. Also keep in mind that this little test here is being written by a third-party association, so like I can trust any of this. For context, that brief section of singing there, by the way, was Jonathan Colton's DNA, which I used to remember cytosine, guanine, adenine, and thymine. Because of that, that's a section of the lyrics. It's in my music playlist somewhere. Not this music playlist, because but in like my YouTube music playlist that I try not to use too much, because I've actually got most of the songs on there. As it's displayed by gene A phenotype. I'm putting these in quotes because it means at some point I can just scan through this by going and just grab everything in quotes. That's probably useful. Ow, ow. What's the point of music anyway? Get to it. That's handy. Ribosomes. It's ribonucleic acid instead of deoxyribonucleic acid, and I knew that years ago. We haven't been taught that in school. I learned that from playing a video game when I was 9. I know, right? See, that's one of my little autocorrect things, because I keep going int he, it's in the. Nine. Correct word for a cell that has 2 alleles that code for this and characteristic. Now it's either homozygous or heterozygous. I'm pretty sure it's homozygous, but this is one of those ones that I get wrong so often that I'm willing to run the risk. Well, I say run the risk. I'm willing to confess that I don't know this, and that I would not object to you answering this question. And by the way, I just realised I'm making really inefficient use of space, so fix that. That I don't know. That I have no idea. We have not even looked at what RNA is, other than there's DNA, there's RNA, here's what's in DNA, that's all you need to know. Because England. But I'm willing to bet it's homozygous, and if I'm wrong. Oh, those sneaky bastards! Because on the question on DNA on the test, it was a polymer made from 4 nucleotides. What did the nucleotides consist of? Adenine, thymine, cytosine, and guanine, or adenine, uracil, cytosine, and guanine? But they haven't taught us about uracil yet. And then there's sugar phosphate in the base and sulfate phosphate in the base. I'm willing to bet that it's sugar phosphate in the base. You're right, it should be bi. See, it says where in the cell are proteins synthesized, and despite the fact that it should be by the ribosome, my first instinct is to say in, just because that's how I think. I'm one of those people who uses data as a plural unless it can be used as a as a plural wherever possible, just to screw with people. Because it's technically valid. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna say, I like how I say, you can help me on this one question, and you just keep, like, badgering me about something else. Badger, 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 mushroom. Badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom. Was this Valila's copy with... Hey, no 2 copies present. I mean, arguably, if you had a situation where there was more than one thing, like, that would be wrong, but since there's only 2, it just sort of works. Oh, this is good. I don't have to strain my eyes now. If I really wanted to go a little further on that, I could probably take off my glasses and still be able to see perfectly well. Not that I'm doing that. Maybe. It's 23 pairs. X and Y are part of that 23 pairs. These. Okay. So, fun fact, there is this sign. On this bus stop near where I leave the house that says yeah, you are correct. Red blood cells don't have nuclei. It's for, I want to say it's for storage space conveniences. They also, I think, Mobius strip shape. I'm not certain. Either way, they don't have a nucleus. That actually makes a lot of sense considering that red blood cells don't self-duplicate. They are produced by other parts of the body, such as bone marrow and the spleen. So yeah, actually, that makes sense. Why can't, like, to evolve rapidly, their resistance to... They reproduce... I want to say it's because they reproduce rapidly. I mean, prokaryote is just a state of cell. So... I mean, that's not the only reason. They're discounting things like plasmids. And no, I do not mean Bioshock-esque plasmids. I mean just conventional plasmids. So... So the founding idea of Bioshock of stuff that basically makes stem cells from normal cells so you can just screw with things, yeah. Yeah, to maximise the surface area, because surface area to volume ratio is a big thing in chemistry and biology. I know they aren't Mobius strip shape. Huh. And that makes sense, they do have a centre, but I guess if you really wanted to maximise the surface area, you could go Mobius strip shape, but that might be a little complicated from Mother Nature. What else do you know? Question 13. Organisms do not belong to the same species if they cannot produce fertile offspring, they cannot produce offspring, they live in different parts of the world, or they can produce fertile offspring. I'd say, if they cannot produce fertile offspring, I'd say that's a good answer. But that would mean if they cannot produce offspring of the same species, which just gets illogical. And yes, they can do other things plus evolution, like I said, plasmid, and harvesting bits of dead bacteria and other things, but yes. I think for this, they want fertile offspring. Well, not fertile offspring to be the correct answer to that question, but that feels wrong. Screw it up like a bullet. Did I just spell that entire sentence correctly? Holy fuck, I did. Allowing is not an advantage. It is resistant to food crops, selective breeding. As produce more meat or milk, selective breeding. Inherited conditions, selective breeding. Large or unusual flowers. I'd say inherited conditions is not an advantage. Because, here's the thing, I want to say that because of a series of books that I read, that I had sort of semi-read ages ago. Wait, no, hold on. If you cannot produce fertile offspring, that automatically implies that you can't produce offspring at all, because if you can't produce offspring, it's not going to be fertile. No, at school they tell us that things like ligers and tigons and zonkies and so on cannot reproduce. That's something they stress heavily in school, which basically implies that they just don't want to explain. Here's the thing, all the science teachers in my school keep going, we need scientists, you guys are going to be the same result, and they're lying to us every step of the way. That's adorable. Humans. I'm going to say, I know, right, selective bleeding there. Yes, we are selectively bleeding this creature. We're hoping it will develop some new characteristics from doing so. I'm so thankful they don't put my name on these sheets. This is currently moving parts, yeah. What's that next one going to be then? Yeah, that's going to be that one. Oh, there have been cases of them reproducing. Right, because my school's solution to that is just to not tell us that there have been cases of them reproducing. So, yeah. I don't know what ring species even are. So again, despite my school heavily stressing, we need scientists to continue civilization, they're lying to us, and that makes me angry. Why are people concerned about GM crops? Cut out of other organisms? But don't have the unknown, might be good by herbicides. Again, it's B or C. I mean, technically some people are going to be concerned about A, but A doesn't really matter. So it's B or C. The effects of GM crops on health are unknown, or GM crops might not be killed by herbicides. But to be honest, if it's not killed by herbicides, you can just as easily set it on fire. we don't have it as Evolution 101. We just get... For God's sake, this is the school that wouldn't teach us vectors until like a week ago. Oh, and by the way, we're apparently finished on vectors after 2 lessons of vectors. How can we not be taught? Simple. They just don't teach it to us. Cool. That makes sense, but again, back to trying to answer these questions. Oh, I'll say I'm not willing to acknowledge that there are risks, but at the same time I'm not willing to. Yeah, that again, that makes perfect sense, but now you're taking mathematics to it, and... It sounds like a cool content. It's definitely the kind of thing that I would write about as some kind of weird science fiction thing. Because, you know, that's what I do, and I've seen that applied to other things that don't technically qualify as, quote, breeding, end quote. More to night of passion, but details. My current caretaker should be home by now. There should be angry men with suits and guns storming the room and yelling. But that aren't concerns me. That's not good. Oh, we'll continue. Basically for adult cell cloning, nucleus move. Makes the nucleus move from adult body cell. All these textbook examples that my school refused to teach me. Why am I not smart? It might have to clarify that I do go to a religious school. They're heavily Roman Catholic, so that might be why they're not bringing this up. Oh, and yes, I know it's not science fiction at all, but it's the kind of thing that I pick up and go, if I'm running science fiction, I could put something like this in. And still, there is this windscreen wiper in the bin, and I don't know who put it there, and why is it even in this room? Tea is cold. It's also gone. But it was cold. Before I finished it. Music is reconstructing ambience. Yeah, I know it's reconstructing ambience. I'm already put to the soundtrack. You might actually recognise some of this music if you listen closely. Just saying. Ooh, now I could just... I'll do this manually for now, because I don't think I'm ever going to need to do it again. Why am I not surprised? Oh, Wrestling by Christopher McAvoy. Chris McAvoy. I'm trying to find Chris McAvoy somewhere else, but whatever. Yeah, it's the kind of thing. It's the kind of thing I'd totally expect them to do. Admittedly, the school only recently actually made it onto Google Maps, and when it did, they got the school name wrong. So that's actually kind of funny for me. Instead of it being Saint first name last name, it's Saint first names last name college. I think actually, no, in my school they wouldn't refer to it as little rabbits, they'd say, "You're not supposed to know that yet!" And then just keep screaming that whenever I try and go near the question. From Darwin, who else? Jean-Baptiste Lamarck? And you and Henry Becquerel, I'm willing to bet, was Becquerel, André-Marie Ampère, but yeah. Jean-Claude Juncker. Yeah, I don't know what he contributed, but it probably wasn't anything important. Let's see. And I know what he proposed wasn't a theory of evolution, and yes, I misspelled Charles. Well, he didn't propose a theory of evolution, he proposed something like it. The whole universe was in a hot, dense state nearly 14 million years ago. Expansion started. The Earth began to cool, the atoms began to tool, the nanoforms invented tools, we built a wall, the pyramids, Earth scientists reimagining unraveling the mystery. It all started with the Big Bang Bang. You can guess I'm not a big fan of that show, can't you? Can't you? Let's do something really stupid real quick. Is that going to throw an error? Nope, it's just going to not work. What were you expecting me to sing? Not to sing the entire intro song? For crying out loud, Sheldon Cooper was effectively based on me. Speciation. I want to say it's all organisms evolved to become distinct species. Was a theory of change by reproduction? Yes, but what he was arguing was the changes made by the parents would automatically be carried to the child. Darwin put forth natural selection. So it doesn't really count as a theory of evolution in my books, but it's probably what the examiner's looking for, the details. The sort of humming in the background of this music section, sterilized environs, makes me think of a little bit of one or two areas in Submachine. The sort of warbling in the background. Simultaneously comforting and sickening. Other organisms are not given the conditions from decay. Absent from preserved traces, including footprints. Fossils formed from parts of organisms that are present, even when the conditions of decay are absent. I want to argue that it's the last. Yeah, that option I've typed there is the closest we're going to get to that. Trust me. What's the following statement doesn't explain how fossils are formed? These are all accurate. The only one that I can think may be arguable is D, when an animal from 1,000,000 years ago dies and is buried. By that logic, it's the animal's from 1,000,000 years ago, but it died yesterday. I'll come back to that one. Uh, 20 is C. Yes, except that's the only option. Speciation is where offsprings can produce fertile offspring. A theory is formed without firm evidence. Organisms become specialised in their habitat, or organisms evolve to become distinct species. The question is, speciation is when? Please include numbers so I know what to do. Oh, 19? Oh, 19 is, which of the following statements does not explain how fossils are formed? From parts of organisms that have not decayed, when the conditions for decay are absent, from preserved traces including footprints and roots, when an animal from 1,000,000 years ago dies and is buried. Extinct because presumably there are none still extant. On the bright side, that one is finally over. And now so 3 unnumbered entries. Is it written to process it properly? I can move the camera closer. No. No. Screw that attempt. No. I tried. There we go. Come on! You mean you can't read upside down? I've got no excuse. One, the image is 50% transparent. Thank you, chroma key. 2, it's upside down. Admittedly, I've shown 1 or 2 of my artwork pieces upside down, but still, I don't think I can help you. I'm sorry. Okay, this is some kind of weird 5-sentence thing. I know how to do this to a degree. Ring symbols, footnote character, page number, caption character, visit internet link. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Now I can go. Sorry, you can't watch this. Who's the third watcher? So you can't see what I'm doing right now, but I'm trying to set up bullet points. It's like moot. I dealt with the system up there like I was meant to. Okay, so if I now. Okay. So what's about to happen next is I'm on to the second section of these, which is 5 sentences, 5 questions, 5 sentences on these. But basically, it gives me a question, and I'm allowed to write 5 sentences on the subject, make each of them concise. Yeah, I meant to write 5 sentences on the subject, stick to 1 point per sentence. That was also the example question, which means that's not the actual first question. Also, we've managed to burn through the majority of the first stage of my music stream playlist. So we've burned through, like, almost all of. I think I removed a few songs from, but we've moved the majority of the Aperture Science? Aperture Tag soundtrack. Describe the instruction of Dean's chromosomes and DNA. And explain how DNA encodes proteins. Okay, so for context, the answer to the first question, which was, what are the differences between sexual and asexual reproduction? The example they gave was, sexual reproduction involves the fusing of male and female gametes. Asexual reproduction involves only one parent and no fusion of gametes. Meiosis produces gametes that contain half the number of chromosomes. Sexual reproduction produces variation and may increase the chance of survival and adaptation. Asexual reproduction is quicker and can be more efficient. That cinches the deal on the earlier question. Random capitalization? That's called I am really crap at thinking about how things work, and I just instinctively capitalize stuff I associate as important. Ooh, we've got music. We have that same song 3 times in the playlist. That was the first iteration. So, here it comes again! And I provided a source for this, which is actually kind of going to be useful here because I have no idea. I have no idea where to even start. So what you're seeing here is me briefly typing into Google. Would it be if I could spell division with an I instead of an E? There we go. Should you actually go gene... Wait, hold on. Should go genes, DNA, chromosomes. No, it goes genes, DNA, chromosomes. Base genes, DNA, chromosomes. One moment while I type in chat, even though I could type on screen, just so I get to you faster. There we go. That last one. Deoxyribose nucleic acid. Yes, I tried to spell it division. So, see? Third song. And I don't want to resort to such vulgar language, but for the sake of the joke. Okay, Ant, fine. Am I allowed to jizz now? Ugh. I've just lost the respect of several hundred people. Yes, I know it's deoxyribonucleic acid, except on here it's deoxyribose nucleic acid. Because England! Which means after this, it's going to move on to the next set. What's the next set? Ah, there we go. Tier 3. I wonder how that looked on the stream. Let's find out. Yeah, no, like I'm going to do that on stream. YouTube would object. I've listened to this song backwards, it's just as badass. Okay, so we're moving on to tier 3 now. Either way. And keep in mind, I'm going to be massively simplifying here, but that's pretty much what the question's asking for. Actually, no, I can probably save that bit for later. On that note, given how much work I've done, Probably safe. Oh, thank God. That actually worked. Chromosome... Wrong DNA molecules. It does not say how DNA codes for. So of course the thing they give me doesn't explain how... Okay, this is where I'm going to need your help. The question states, explain how DNA codes for proteins. Can you give me a really dumbed down version? I think I might be stretching it a bit at the end there. The details. While I wait for that, I might as well just fix the box selection. That one's good. This one needs a little bit of fixery. This music is also really good. Oh, come on. Change case. Why are you not? I don't know what that setting even does, but that seems cool. Learning protein and learning. Yeah. I know they may have tightly wrapped up DNA. I learned that from Kurtz's art. But again, this is bloody England. And there's one thing we will not have in England, no matter how much we claim we need it. We will not educate anybody. If we can possibly avoid it. No learning anything. That's it. But good point. No, screw it. They can't ban me for my own revision. Now, I'm probably going to be interrupted in about 10 seconds as somebody gets upstairs to say hi to me and call me by my real name. I think I can probably dumb that down enough. What I like is that DNA has the same intrinsic problems that binary has, and Mother Nature, having had several million years to throw this at the wall of evolution as a testing algorithm, still hasn't figured out a way to fix the problem either. One moment. Yeah, okay. Trust me when I say the file they're giving me to read for examples on this simplifies it even further. By even further, I mean they give their example for DNA as DNA can be cut up and separated, solving a fault of barcode that is different from one person to the next. Ha 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 ha, no. Just no. So, one sec. Hey, I'm trying to revise and also talking to people and things. And by trying to revise, I mean I have a page full of revision here. Okay. I have to... Yeah, you're right, it won't... That's the problem. It won't change. We're now stuck with this system that involves the use of DNA. If your system relies on a single line of code that handles everything, your system's easily going to break at some point. Just because we believe that there can't be anything that isn't based on something similar doesn't mean that there will never be something that isn't based on something completely unrelated. And yes, I know I'm simplifying massively, but it's what they expect. Yeah, I know, I'm simplifying. You are going to stab me with a knife for this later, but it's just something I have to do. Sometimes you really can't, and I still can't spell. And yeah, I do want to understand it, but my school doesn't want me to understand it. My school wants to be able to pass my exam. Basically, it wants me to be stupid in the right way, rather than smart at all. It's like, this is the kind of stuff that I'm perfectly happy to pursue in my own time, except I've got 29 days until my exams. I have 29 days. I didn't get a choice in doing this. Well, that was the first one. We've got 4 to go. Probably going to stop at 3. Oh god, this is a really open-ended question. Yes, you think I don't know that? Why do you think I'm constantly screaming at my own ability to type things? Ah, the song. Puzzle time. That might be true, except I'll constantly be trying to apply the more complicated stuff in weird and innovative ways. And while this is handy for that thing like that physics equation I generated a few days ago, it's it's just gonna get me yelled at if I ever try and ask about it. That's the thing. They've managed to evoke a Pavlovian response in me whereby I won't ask questions because I know I'm gonna get punished for it. They've actually made me be afraid of learning anything that hasn't been curated through them. Bastards. Okay, so genetic inheritance. I think I can explain this one. Thinking of the word. Right, I did basically write that it sticks proteins together, but that's effectively... You're right, it's not proteins, it's bases. Well, not bases, but... chemical, it's something. Yeah, I want to say carriers, but since I haven't recognized the context of this, I'll just say molecules, elements. How far down this goes? I mean, I could go and ask, but why would I ask? I'd just get punished for asking questions. Amino acids, not proteins. Yes, I know they're not made of proteins! And thank you. Sorry, force of habit there. This is going to turn into me shouting trapezoidal again. Tra-pe-zoi-dol! In England, we specify that as amino acids, not amino acids. Top one word here. Two words. Because we have nucleic... I want to say we have nucleic acids and carboxylic acids and a bunch of other weird ones that I don't understand. Amino kill. I want to sleep now. I just want to curl up and fall asleep. And it's only 7 o'clock. Okay. No, that is called I am trying to fit as much word. I'm trying to use as many of the existing letters as I can. You can love anything about the differences? Seriously? Go on. Damn it, I can't look at the chat now. If I look at the chat, I think aminocules, and I just start laughing again. They are? I've never noticed. I just know that the shape... if you'll give me a second. I just know that this shape is called, in England, a trapezium, but the shape is trapezoidal. Although, admittedly, the computer is calling this a trapezium too, so... does it matter? It's a rectangle too. Sorry, I just love showing off my, Damn it, how do I stop? There we go. I just love showing off my, my word processor. I love being able to do that. Is that going to show up on stream in a minute? Yes, yes it is! Yeah, no, I want to show off a bit. Okay. Let's call this And I can... so go position and size, rotation. Oh, it does that, doesn't it? No, if I have to go American. Oh, there we go. You two can just chill up here, hating each other. For a minute I thought there was an actual word there. Sorry, you know I just had this weird sense of humour. You should expect me to do shit like this now. Okay. Yes. Okay, so genetic inheritance. My understanding it's basically if you don't die, you pass it to your kids, but how do you specify that in 5 sentences? One moment while I find the pink setting. Is that a pink setting? I don't want to use violet, I'd be insulting violet. I think it's called dark brick, apparently. No. You can tell. You can tell it's not that late, but it's late enough that I'm starting to... Yeah, but I have to split that over 5 sentences, so I'm breaking it down a lot. You do realise, of course, this does mean that if we keep shipping Xeno and I, if we ever decide to have kids, that's just going to get weird quickly. But I digress. Realised I'm probably talking quite loudly, and there are other people in this house, so I should monitor it before I say something that really, like, just gets them thinking, what the fuck. There we go. I've turned down my music. I don't know how loud it is for you. It might be stupid loud. Is it too loud? I like how you're just carefully phrasing your language. Thank you. Also, you wrote Anota. It's spelled... Sorry, I just love gloating. Why is shat the first option? And the answer is yes, I probably am describing natural selection. That's the thing, that is exactly what I'm doing. It's because I have no idea how to describe genetic inheritance in less than one sentence. Tell you what, it's 7 PM. It's late. And I'm having difficulty thinking straight, so I'm gonna get rid of the... I'm gonna get rid of these two. So I'm gonna do... It's late, and I need to go do some thinking anyway, and I might come back and do this again later, but right now, I'm just gonna call it quits, because relatives are home, and I need to go and do things, so... I'm gonna call it quits for now. Night, Ant. See you later. Take that back to the start. And where's the end stream button?